Alright guys, so a couple of days ago, I bought an Ender 3 off of eBay for a really reasonable price, and it's finally gotten here. The printer just got here. I haven't done anything. You've got the nozzle here, it looks like. All apart. Once I got the printer set up. Alright, so I had the printer built, and I had it assembled. I just need to do something. And, it actually did not come with a test file, so I just loaded a Benchy, spliced it in Ultimaker Hero, and printed it. So the Benchy actually turned out really good. It was about this time that I started to learn about leveling the bed. So a good bit of the bottom of the Benchy got cut off, but that was fine. And also with the couplings, later I ended up having to go back because I made them ridiculously high to deal with the unleveled bed, and it was a mess. But after I got the Benchy done, I hopped on SketchUp and started to design today, and I'm saying that very hesitantly because I don't know quite how well I'm going to be able to do this, is a hook and loop replacement for the typical knuckle coupler. So basically, instead of having a NEM coupling with a NEM coupling back or socket where it would connect into, I would have a NEM coupling with a knuckle coupler back, if that makes any sense. Now, one thing I do need to, one should note when doing this is, I don't know what I'm doing, and this is going to be very hodgepodge. But I do have my calipers here, and let's get started. Alright, so now that I have designed the couplers, I've taken it to a splicer program called Ultimaker Cura, and I've spliced it along with several other different styles of couplers onto this USB, which has a micro USB card in it, and we'll take it down to the printer, plug it in, and start printing. Alright, I think it's almost done. Aha, it is. Nice collection of hook and loop couplers. I seeing an issue. So yeah, let's bring these upstairs and see how they turned out. Alright, so I've just gone back upstairs. I have the prints here. I have not installed the hooks, but first off, I do see a bit of a failure, which is that some of the very small details, such as the spring on the Western style coupler, did not print, but I think that is gonna still work. It is very small, and I don't think my printer does have the capability to do that small. We can always beef up the springs if we do end up needing it. Here is another one where the springs ended up failing, but I do think this will still work. So first off, I think we are going to test off the Western style coupler, and here I have a simple flatbed I got in a long time ago, and if I pop off the bogey, I'll just do the typical shimmy out of the Western coupler and take, so I don't think that, I do think that I do need to fix the hole in the Western coupler quickly first, as we have a bit of hanging over. So let me just take a pokey thing and just quickly fix that hole. Alright, so I've gotten all the gunk out of the hole, and by the looks of things, it still does not fit on the peg. So what I think I will probably end up doing is taking a measurement of the peg on this, as the Western style coupling I have just right here. I do think I mismeasured the hole, as it is far smaller than intended to be. And yeah, I believe that's actually the coupling I used. So, but I do think I can still use this, as it is still a working NEM coupler if I get a hook. And put the hook on. Still, there's a bit. I really should have brought my X-Acto knife up here. I did not think about that. I can still obviously install the hook as planned, but I do think it definitely needs a bit of work as there we go. As the hook is real stiff, push it up, and it stays up. Push down, stays down. So I do think either this needs some oil or a bit more leniency in that gap. But that is a working NEM coupler. We have the next one, which is designed off a typical aftermarket knuckle coupler, and I do think, as I have this locomotive, which actually will be its first display on camera, I built out of a roundhouse kit, and if I flip it over, I do think this has a good chance of fitting. I do need to make the hole a bit bigger. No, I just think I need to get rid of the fluff in the hole, but then I think one of these two couplings will actually fit perfectly onto this locomotive, which is very promising. So what I think I will do now is, off camera, I will quickly redesign, make the springs on the couplings a bit bigger, put them back onto the gig stick, and then reprint them and make the holes a bit bigger, because I think that'll be very useful. Obviously make the hole in the coupling a bit bigger too. So I'll get that done and I'll get back to you. Okay, so I have beefed up certain parts and fixed other certain parts. So now things should be good. So scrape off this residue. Make sure I've got a nice smooth print bed. Actually, I have installed on my Adams radial tank a 3D printed coupler in the front, so that is really cool. I have normal NEM and 2 other 3D printed ones, as well as a few spare hooks. So now, I just gotta wait. Alright guys, so the couplings have finished printing, and I do see a few issues with them. For all in all, they turned out great, and I actually have installed one onto this locomotive, and it works brilliantly. I'm very excited to continue with this project. And yeah, so this has been episode 1 into my adventure with 3D printing. In the next episode, I believe we are probably going to do some wheels, and then possibly start on a wagon of sorts. Of course, I cannot, as of now, I don't really know how to upload files to YouTube and how you get all that done. So right now, I'm not gonna include the coupling links for download, just to make it easier on me. When I figure it out more, I'll definitely be including some links so you can download some things like the chassis and wheels I print. And other than that, hope y'all enjoyed today's video, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye!